Hello, friends. Today we're going to learn something about tenses. Okay, and the tense we are dealing with, the first tense, that is the present tense, and we are focusing on the present tense. And the types of present tense are simple, continuous, perfect, and continuous perfect, or simple continuous tense, or imperfect tense, then perfect continuous tense, and perfect tense. So four types are there. So we are dealing with directly, as we actually studied those tenses, we are dealing with the third type, that is a continuous present tense. Now what actually the construction, or what actually the change in construction, now just see I have, suppose example is I have written a letter. Now what is mean by that? I have written a letter. मी पत्र लिहिले आहे. Okay, I have written letter, or I have eaten a mango, or I have completed my study. Okay, so these are some examples of perfect present tense. Generally, see what actually, if you want to speak something about completed things or completed activities, then we have to use this particular tense, that is or type, or we can say tense, that is present perfect tense. And as we discussed about English speaking, so why I'm dealing with these tenses, because tenses are very important. Tenses are very important to learn any new language or any foreign language, or if you want to communicate in English in a very well manner or perfect manner or correct manner, then it is very it get very compulsory for you to follow these tenses, constructions, and vocabulary. Three types: tense, construction, and vocabulary. And for that we are dealing with the third type of present tense, that is perfect present tense. Okay, now see, lots of examples are there in grammar books or everywhere. You can see, you can use each and every verb, you can and you can just use in sentence. Okay, suppose I have completed my thesis, I have completed my research paper, or I have completed my work. So these are some different examples, different verbs you have to take in respect of that, in manner of that, and then you just have to concentrate on that and just practice. You have to practice all that, and you just all the time you have to just think about the translation in your mind about that particular English sentence. Suppose I have written a letter, मी पत्र लिहिलेले आहे. In this way, you just understand what actually our mother tongue is Marathi. That's why we understand in Marathi only. Okay, so English is a foreign language, and generally, though it is foreign language, but one thing is that we are in the company of English, or we are studying English since last 13 years, or I think 12 years. Okay, from first standard suppose is there, then you are now in you are now in FYBA. You are learning English how many years? Suppose 13 years or 12 years you are in the company of English. That means you must know very well about the English. But one thing is that we are writing English only. Again, I just want to tell you, there are four skills of communication: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And it is very easy. For first easiest skill is listening, then somewhat reading, then writing, and then we can say reading, and then speaking. So first listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So for that, I always tell students that you must have to concentrate on tense, construction, and vocabulary. You must have to purchase dictionary, okay, and to just improve your vocabulary. Dictionaries are also in our departmental library. You must have to you must borrow those dictionaries. We have grammar books in our department library. You must have to borrow those books, okay. And for that, and with the help of that, you can improve yourself in communication skill. Generally, see, written communication and spoken communication, we are very perfect in written communication, but again I just want to tell you, we are somewhat weak, somewhat in the sense we are totally weak in speaking, in spoken or in speaking skill, we can say. And that's why tense construction vocabulary, in that respect, one thing is that you must have to practice how to speak in English. You must have to speak with your friends, speak with your colleague in English, speak with your friends in English, okay? And you must practice it, and with the help then you can say, with the best practice you can learn, you can speak very well in English. And for that also, the helping factors are tense construction and vocabulary, and you must have to use dictionaries, grammar books, okay? And with help of that you just speak. And one thing is that, see, today it is the fashion to just get admission for the spoken English courses, and suppose 3 months course is there, 6 months course is there, and you got the certificate. After you get the certificate, after that, after 6 months, what will be there? Again you just speak in Marathi. Suppose in that class, suppose you just speak in English for 2 hours, 3 hours, you can say, or 1 hour, and after that, then you just speak in Marathi with the friends, with your relatives, and in your house naturally. And again it get, suppose no practice is there, then again the same thing is there. You get somewhat back to square one, like that, okay? So today, one thing is that, see, we are just practicing perfect present tense, how you have to use there, and you have to use the third form of the verb in the sentence. Suppose I have written a letter, or she has, he, she, it has, she has written a letter, she has playing a cricket, she has played a cricket, she has read a book, okay? So such kind of examples. Suppose she has ate a banana, she has eaten a banana, eaten, she has eaten. A third form of the verb you have to use. So for the rules are for particular constructions rules, what is actually, you have to use have for plural, has for singular, then you have to use the third form of the verb. I have written a letter, we have written a letter, you have singular, you have written a letter, you have written a letter plural, he, she, it has written a letter, and they have written. Why I am very basically, I am what actually there is this is your base. And very important one thing is that, one problematic thing is that you have forgotten all such kind of things, and that's why you get very difficult to speak or write in a correct manner, okay? So your one thing is there, see, today we have learned which tense, that is present tense, and which type, perfect present tense. What actually the sentence I have used the first example, I have written a letter, I have written a letter, or I have played cricket, I have read book, I have completed my study, okay? So you have to write at least 50 sentences are examples of perfect present tense, and show those sentences, or show that particular homework tomorrow, okay? So thank you very much.